Namaste. Welcome to Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam, KYG, as we all know it by now. Shivaratri is a time for the highest contemplations of the infinite nature and potential of the self within us. It is said Shiva is best reached by devotion. What does devotion mean? Is it a kind of a victim mindset where we feel we are small and there is a God above us looking after us and going to protect us from all troubles in life, and somehow our life will become a path of roses without any problems whatsoever? Unfortunately, that is perhaps not the real idea of devotion. Devotion is where the little I loses itself, where you get completely merged and you allow Shiva to take over. So what does that mean? This is the kind of introspection, this is the kind of sadhana, this is the kind of contemplation that we encourage ourselves to do in these 13 or 14 days leading us towards the holy night of Shivaratri. Why do we need to lose ourselves in the Shiva consciousness? What is wrong with Sundarayar? Why should Sundarayar become non-existent? Isn't that against everything that we learn in today's world? What is wrong in saying, I am Sundar, I am capable of doing this and that? There is nothing wrong. This is not about right and wrong at all. This is about limiting yourself and freeing yourself from limitations. When I resign to the fact that I am Sundar, then all my experiences with regard to Sundar, all my learning, all my qualifications, all my talents, everything is limited to the idea of Sundar. And therefore I exist and I live and I experience this life within this boundary walls that I created called Sundar. The name that was given to me, the culture that I was born in, the religion that I was born in, and I adopted the thought processes and so on. I restrict myself and say, this is good, this is bad, this is what I know, this is what I don't know, and this is life, and I move on, right? Then Shiva comes. Shiva is that consciousness that frees you from that, frees you from those four walls. That is why Shiva is, in the puranas, he is a rustic, he is clad in little clothes. He wears ashes on his body. He is uncouth. He is wild. He is a yogi. He is completely lost in himself. That idea there's no way to define who he is. Is he rich? Is he poor? Is he happy? Is he sad? Who is he? What is he capable of? Nobody knows. He becomes a mystery because he, in his consciousness, is constantly changing, constantly evolving, constantly from being to becoming, from becoming to being. That pulsation of Shiva consciousness happens in the highest state. So that is the beauty of that, where you are not bound by who you think you are. You are not bound by who others think you are. You are freed to who you really are, freed from the chains that we have created. And that is the sign of devotion. Devotion is where Sundar merges and becomes Shiva. The I, the little I. That is why the I, the surrender concept, becomes so important in the path of devotion. Not to make you feel small in any way, but to make you realize that within you lies a much greater power, a much greater potential, and that you are not unleashing that potential because you are limiting yourself to a certain you're within a dome, if you will, of beliefs, and you're living within that little igloo in the snow, saying, yeah, this is good enough, this is my home. Baba would say that, like frogs in a well. The frog in a well feels, this is it, this is my home, this is everything. I'm very happy where I am. And he lives and dies in the well. The question we need to ask ourselves in Shivaratri and during this time is, am I satisfied being in the well? If so, fine. But is there a deep desire to know more, to be more, to experience more, to experience what Godhead is, to experience the I in its fullest potential. What is this I? Is it just another thought that I've entertained so powerfully that it has become very real? So engage yourself in these thought processes. Beginning from tomorrow, I will teach you all the Shivopasana mantra. It's a short mantra. It is 38 verses. It's not very complicated. And so I will have slides and I'll teach you with that. The idea is that one small mantra from the Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Upanishad, Taittiriya Aranyakas, it is from there. It's a very beautiful, I find it one of the most fascinating concepts that explains this mystery of Shiva and the Shivalinga. It's a very beautiful concept of allowing our mind to rise above this little mundane idea of gods and goddesses, of you and me, of duality, of likes and dislikes, and so on. So, happy contemplations, happy journey towards Shivaratri. Namaste. Have a blessed day.